What's up, guys? Real Bucs Talk back with another draft prospect breakdown. Today we're going to be looking at Tyler Shelvin, defensive tackle out of LSU. He is a big boy, 6'3", 350, possibly more. You don't know. I mean, he didn't play 2020, so you don't know if he's above or below that number. But if you look at his numbers, what are we looking at? We're looking at just a big run-stuffing nose tackle. He's not going to offer much in pass rush, only 1.5 sacks his whole 2 years of playing. Nothing much. I mean, you look at that, you're not really like surprised or even blown away by anything in numbers. So let's look at the tape. What does that offer for us? And plus, what did you see initially?
Yeah, I mean, he shows some good things. I mean, he's going to show some flashes here, as you're going to see. But again, he is a limited prospect. He's really not going to offer much from a pass rushing standpoint. I mean, he can win, as you can see off the snap here at times. But again, his job is really to take up multiple blockers, free space for others. Kind of similar to Vita Vea, but he just doesn't have that potential or upside that Vita Vea had when he was coming out.
Yeah, you got to give him credit, though. 6'3", 350. He does have some powerful hands here. It's just the athletic ability to actually push and continue going. That's hard. That's hard to do. Vita Vea doesn't grow on trees. If he did, the branch would break, let's be honest. But this is what he's going to be doing best. Against that Clemson game, against the run, he was doing awesome. But just look at the push here, right over the nose of the center. What do you see here?
Yeah, you said it. The push up the middle, I think, is something he can offer. As you can see, he can push guys back. Again, it's just not very developed as far as getting off blocks or shedding them consistently. But he can offer this and offer attention where you can have one on ones for others, to take advantage of.
One technique he likes to use is that one long arm for defensive tackle. Is pretty nice considering he's usually the low man, 6'3". He looks almost smaller than that because he's always right at the chest plate of the center or the guard. And he is violent with his hands. I'll give him that. It's just what does he do after that? Because he gets that good initial push. He actually breaks the double team here and gets in, but they just get the ball out quick. What do you see?
Yeah, so it's just, I mean, he's just limited, athletically. But like you said, the long arm does work. He does a good job of, getting right up into the play and then does a nice little rip under to, break through the arms there to break the double team. This is just so little flashes. Like you don't really see this consistently on tape from him. So this is why, he's probably going to be a day 3 prospect, but he can offer some things as far as a limited player, a rotational guy to come in and help your team.
A rotational in this aspect that, yeah, he doesn't get after the pass rush or doesn't get after the pass. I mean, doesn't get after the quarterback. So if you're only doing 2 downs, you're not going to get paid high. You're not going to get drafted high. The guys are going to get drafted higher are the guys that can bring down the quarterback, that will make a huge impact, not just against the run. Again, here, just against the double team, the long arm, like I was saying earlier, leveraging, pushing that body backwards, crashing that pocket, and then what is it? Taking 2 guys up so that one guy is a free rusher. So that's the stuff Vita Vea does, but he does it even after getting after the quarterback. But what do you see here?
Right, you're correct. I mean, he sets this up for I believe that's Rashard Lawrence.
Yeah.
I think that's his name, who got drafted last year as well. So, yeah, setting up the one on one and lets him take advantage of it. So that's what Shelvin can provide. He's going to eat up blockers. He's going to help. Especially he's a great fit for what kind of defense we run as far as the 3-4. So you could see him playing D tackle, or he could play as a 5 tech, or have a, just more size. I think Bucs fans really like the idea of having him and Vita Vea on the same field because of their just mass, and it'd be fun to watch. So, yeah, this is something definitely he can do for you. It's just going to be, very limited.
Yeah, and to upgrade it or to see what he can work on. So once he splits this double team, keep those legs driving through. I mean, he kind of stops and pauses here and gets hung up. Maybe it's because he's standing too high. Maybe it's one guy's pushing, one guy's pulling. But still, bulldoze through there, continue going through, wreak havoc. I mean, none of these guys are going to be finished products. It's just more where are you going to get drafted? I mean, and where should you get drafted? And here he just mauls Landon Dickerson here, possibly a first-round talent at center for Alabama. You're a huge fan of his. What do you see here?
Yeah, here he just gets them. I think, Landon, his feet get kind of caught up, but he just, finishes them and puts them to the ground and just shows, he does have that strength that can be very useful, especially against the run, as you see here.
Yeah, against the run, that's where he's going to get his biggest highlights. And here's one massive one. I'll let you break it down. again, two really good prospects here. And then Dickerson, and then a first round talent in himself in Jedrick Wills from last year. What do you see?
Yeah, like you said, you have Dickerson, and you have Deontay Brown, Jedrick Wills right there. So again, he does a great job of initially, winning off the snap, and he can show this at times, and then just making a big hit on Najee Harris. So this is hopefully something he can bring to the next level with better coaching, better technique as he continues to learn and develop. Maybe he just needs to learn how to use his body, and play with it and see what happens.
But give him credit. 6'3", 350. That's pretty quick and nimble for that big. I mean, that's something you can't teach. Usually guys 6'3", 350 are just falling over. They don't really move. And here, more functional movement. He sees it. He's reading it. It's what he does best against the run. Maybe a little bit of hold there by Dickerson. But still, this is trying to help out your linebackers, making everyone behind you the job easier. But what do you see here?
Yeah, here he does a good job of just, following the play. I like how he's, again, he's reading the play. He's making sure he stays on the cutback if there is some type of cutback here by Najee. And then he does a good job of finishing towards the running back. Again, it creates space for others as you see others are able to, come in and make the play. So really good job there.
Yeah, this is where he's going to make his money in the NFL, wherever he gets drafted. But then he has hustle for a guy this size, running over Deontay Brown there. Something funny to see, but also two big bodies running into each other. Funny. What do you see?
Yeah, I was, making a joke before we started this. It's like, once he gets going, he can't stop because he's got momentum. So he's kind of like a juggernaut in that way, where he's just, running, and he's going to make sure he finishes wherever he lands.
Yeah, now, okay, so this is between two big boys again. Trying to split a double team. You're not going to win consistently doing that unless you have leverage, unless you have power. He kind of gets hung up here. What do you see?
Yeah, it's kind of like what we saw earlier with his leg drive. It just seems like his hands and legs are not connected yet, with technique. And it seems like either one stops or the other stops, and it continues to, slow him down from a winning standpoint. So that's what we're going to see here on tape. Again, it just seems like, he's right there. He just kind of stops. He's getting pushed back by Deontay Brown. Again, a really good player in 65, but you would like to see better effort and not get pushed so far back off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they took him out a lot because he got winded a lot. I mean, you're that big, it's kind of hard to stay on the field and breathe. You have weight on top of your lungs that way. I mean, it's just extra stress on the body. I don't know how these big boys actually do it. And here, again, these two monsters here. You have Deontay Brown, again, Jedrick Wills pushing. He's going to get you off the spot. Those are two first round or possibly first round talents. What do you see?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Jedrick Wills he was top 10 pick. And then, yeah, Deontay Brown's probably going to be a high day 2 guy. So, yeah, really good players he's going up against. But again, this is just, him. I mean, he's just limited here. Again, getting blocked up by Dickerson here. Just not really going to offer much from a pass rush standpoint. So, you just like to see a little bit better technique, a little bit more bend at the waist so you can get lower. But overall, Tyler Shelvin, I think he could be a really good day 3 sleeper prospect that maybe you take in the later rounds and hope to develop. Maybe you can get him, get his weight and everything good and see what happens and see what he can do for you as far as a role player.
Yeah, another piece, not a guy that's going to be breaking the bank in the salary cap. But guys, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't just yet. Comment your opinions down below. And with that said, until the next one.